Chapter 4 of Think and Grow Rich is called Autosuggestion. I've simply renamed the chapter to Self-Talk. We talked a little bit about this in the last video on faith. What Napoleon Hill means by autosuggestion is continually understanding that your subconscious mind takes in whatever information you give it. It doesn't care. It doesn't care if it's positive. It doesn't care if it's negative. It's going to store it, and it's going to be there when you try to do something in your life. So if you set a goal and your subconscious mind is filled with a whole bunch of negativity and you can't do it and a bunch of failure thoughts, then the chances are you're not going to move forward. But he says this about autosuggestion that I think is very important. And by the way, this is one of the shorter chapters in the book. But he says, autosuggestion is the agency of control through which an individual may voluntarily feed his subconscious mind on thoughts of a creative nature, or by neglect, permit thoughts of a destructive nature to find their way into the rich garden of the mind. So what he's saying here is that you have a choice. You can choose to focus on the positive. You can choose to focus on the negative, but he is saying you should choose the positive. That's the seed that you're going to plant in the garden of your mind, your subconscious mind. And again, your subconscious mind is going to determine to a very large degree how successful or unsuccessful you're going to be. And then he adds this, which is extremely important. He says, unless you mix emotion or feeling with your words, your subconscious mind recognizes and acts only upon thoughts which have been well mixed with emotions or feelings. So what he's saying is, again, what he was saying back in the chapter on desire, just the ability to get so emotional that it's a white hot heat of desire. You have to get on fire for it. You've got to be able to talk to yourself in an emotional way. You have to be able to say, not only can I do this, I will do it. There's nothing going to stop me. You have to get emotional. I liken it to watching college football. I'm a big college football fan, and as many people are. And I have my favorite teams. Certainly there's one in particular that I pull for over all the others. And when the game is on the line, when they're playing against an adversary, one of their rivals, and the game is getting close to the end and it's real close, it's just a touchdown or two or field goal separating them, and my team is driving toward to get in position to kick the winning field goal or score a touchdown, man, I'm full of emotion. I'm standing there in front of that television and I'm going, come on, come on, come on, and I'm and then when they miss the field goal, I'm like, oh man, life is terrible. Or when they score the touchdown with just a few seconds to go, I'm like, yes. This is kind of the way I liken what Napoleon Hill is talking about in this book, that you've got to be able to work yourself up into belief that there's so much emotion that you can't help but believe you can do it. He says, plain, unemotional words do not influence the subconscious mind. You will get no acceptable results until you learn to reach your subconscious mind with thoughts or spoken words that have been well emotionalized with belief. So again, he keeps stressing this point over and over again. And then the remainder of the chapter, he just talks about the idea of concentration. He says, in order to work yourself up, to get yourself emotionalized, you've got to think about this goal. You've got to concentrate on it. And the more you think about it, the more you visually see it in your mind's eye, because he does say, try to see the reality. Try to see the amount of money you're going to make. Try to see you doing the business or the service in a way that's causing you to receive a lot of income. He's saying, think about it all the time. Concentrate on it. And the more you see it, and you can almost feel the money with your fingers, the more likely you're going to get emotional about it, excited about it, and do the things necessary to make it happen.